What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here, the review of Remi Wolf's second album, Big Ideas. Remi Wolf, the indie pop singer. This is someone who I came to late. I didn't hear the first album, that other EP. I didn't hear those when they came out. I discovered her through a friend after the fact. But I'm really happy I did because I was a big fan of Remi Wolf's early work. I think it's just really energetic and lively music, but Remi has a unique identity as well. So I was very much anticipating this second album, and it's definitely coming at a good time for Remi because Remi Wolf has really become quite successful. She was basically touring nonstop the last 2 years, doing every music festival, etc. And I think the profile has really risen to a pretty solid place despite the humble beginnings. Working with some bigger people like Dominic Fike also definitely doesn't hurt in that regard. Remi Wolf's second album, Big Ideas, is very much the continuation of Remi Wolf, really kind of charming and grabbing you. If you liked Remi Wolf before, you will really enjoy this album because Remi is just so energetic and lively on the mic, and her voice is just so full, almost like there's a natural doubling effect to the way she sings. And of course, the music she's making, it's very, very throwback for sure, very much funk inspired, very soulful, but still big indie pop. Her music is never boring. It's always a lot of fun, but she's also not afraid to dabble in different genre leans and whatnot. So she is quite diverse in the type of music she will give you. And I think on Big Ideas, you experience quite that range. So whatever, genre of Remi Wolf you've enjoyed before, it's on this album. You just got to find what, subsect of her music you like. And maybe to some people, that's a bit of a criticism that she doesn't have a clear, lane per se, but to me, her identity, which is just very broad, but she can do so much so well that I really just find it all quite enjoyable. I like the first song, Cinderella, which is one of the singles, and the horns on that, and the whistle almost in the background really stands out. The second song, Soup, kind of gets really synthy all of a sudden. Motorcycle, I think the subtle drums, quite soft, but really nice all the same. My favorite song is track 4, Toro. Very upbeat. To me, this is a Remi Wolf banger. This is a really fun song to listen to, and her performance on it vocally is really enjoyable. The next song, Alone in Miami, the vocals are really great once again. I love this one too. The song Kangaroo, I thought had really fun percussion, notably standing out. The song Wave, definitely a new pivot on the album. This is definitely Remi's twist on indie rock. It's still got a pop bend to it, but very much big guitar. You have a drummer snare breakdown towards the end. It's very much a rock song, and I think she does it quite well. She can certainly wear that cape too. When I thought of you, you get a little bit of auto-tune on the Remi vocals, definitely more so than you're used to hearing, but I think it also works pretty well. The the last song, Just the Start, also stands out because it's basically an acoustic song. Again, it's kind of switching up the vibe to what you've heard to this point, but I think it also works pretty well. And then the last track, which is labeled as a bonus track, Slay Bitch, this is just a banger. This is really pitched up vocals, tons of horns, hella percussion. And I think those vocals, the fact that they're, really distorted with, the effects on them, Remi makes it work because she's just so energetic. She's so effervescent on the mic. And that's a really fun song. I'm kind of surprised that it's labeled as a bonus track. Maybe it just didn't fit her, her mission or vision for the album. But I don't know, to me, it really kind of brings it all together in terms of showing all the big ideas, to use the album title, that she can put into various types of songs. So really interesting artist. I'd love to see her live just because, again, this music is super up-tempo almost all the time. It'd be a lot of fun to be with, obviously, around others. But yeah, Remi Wolf's Big Ideas, I think it's one of my favorite albums of the year thus far. Definitely the best indie pop album I've heard this year. Probably has a good chance to make my top 10 albums of the year. Thinking about it that way. Yeah, let me know. Is it one of your favorite albums of the year? Remi Wolf's Big Ideas. Let me know what was your favorite song. And for more music reviews, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.